chances are you've blocked someone online because they just kept sharing news that you don't think is true. Or maybe you're the one that got blocked.
Over time, our social media, it tends to become an echo chamber. It just doesn't seem healthy. Here's 9 Wants to Know reporter Jeremy Hohola with a new experiment he calls the bubble.
The thing about junk food is that it's not actually labeled junk food. Yet, we know it when we see it. If we could only as easily recognize junk news.
Junk news is like junk food.
After all, we are what we click, right?
Junk food caused massive health epidemics in this country, and I think junk news is causing a similar polarization epidemic.
So it's not so much a conscious decision that people go on there and they say, oh, just give me this. It's that these social media platforms serve up what they think you want.
An endless, delicious news buffet cooked up with who you initially followed. A bubble that tickles our mental taste buds.
You get so locked into your own filter bubble.
Maybe our bubbles need to be popped.
Are we actually surrounding ourselves with people who have a difference of opinion of ours? Or do we close them off and unfriend them the moment they say something that we don't politically like?
Is Facebook making us dumber? That's the title of an actual academic study.
The people that were going more frequently to Facebook in order to consume and share news, they actually scored worse on our political knowledge battery than people that reported only going there primarily for our social purposes.
And why do you think that is?
It's the makeup of your social networks.
If our Facebook and Twitter bubbles are making us dumb, maybe we need to visit the other bubbles. We are launching an experiment. 3 brand new, fresh computers, each with new Facebook and new Twitter accounts following popular news sites and personalities in liberal, moderate, and conservative bubbles. We're calling them left, center, right.
Hold up. I know what you're thinking. Here's this mainstream media guy deciding on what news sites are liberal, centered, and conservative.
And people feel a little bit lost right now about how to judge the reliability of something.
We are using Vanessa Otero's famous media bias chart as a guide, first created in 2016. It places popular media sites on the left, center, and right.
We have a team of analysts. They're balanced left, right, and center politically. So for every news article we rate, 3 people are looking at that one article, and we'll come up with their average reliability and bias score and publish those.
This past week's news cycle was boiling with hot takes from each bubble.
I have been diagnosed.
When Rush Limbaugh announced he has cancer, some people on the left applauded the news. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. On the right, lefty ghouls waste no time rejoicing.
They're just taking advantage of certain audiences.
God bless America.
And of course, the State of the Union, when Nancy Pelosi did this, a shredding online with people on the right saying she had a mental breakdown, while the left tore into the president for ripping up official papers all the time.
This is what the end result is.
When Trump had his victory announcement after acquittal, left-leaning outlets said he went off the deep end, while the right said he did not disappoint.
Accordingly, the president is guilty.
Here's an absolute villain and hero, depending on which bubble you live in. When Romney, a Republican, voted against Trump, the left and right bubbles seem to have switched sides. And of course, the bubbles can't even agree over the Super Bowl halftime show. Spectacular, the left said, and some on the right called it degrading women. That is just a tiny taste of what people consume as fact. A healthy and balanced diet? It all depends on your menu.
You don't even realize that there's a whole other world that has the opposite filter bubble to you. It becomes really shocking.
We should be clear here, this experiment, it's not scientific. This isn't some sort of PhD dissertation we're doing here. We just want to show you what a feed could look like that belongs to someone else who thinks differently than you. So let's see where this goes.
Should be fun and entertaining, and,
Yeah.
and you're going to spend enough time in one side or the other and just want to scream.
Yeah.
Pick the middle.
And the middle is pretty sanitized. It's a matter of fact, but the right and the left, very colorful language. And we're going to be sharing more throughout the year up to the election.
I don't know if I could take it.
I could
3 feeds.
I don't know what I'm going to do at the end of the year.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah.